Hey guys, Bearded Beast of Duloc here. In this video I'm going to talk about half squats and why they are a bad idea. Before I get into the topic, I do want to give you guys a word of warning. If you do any searching on YouTube, you're going to find a lot of bodybuilders posting their squat numbers, their squat videos. And what I'm about to say might sound like I'm picking on people or putting people down or hating on people. It's not the case, guys. I'm not trying to hate on anybody. That's not the way I work. I just want to give you guys good information on what is a good, healthy squat, a good squat for the knee, and what is a dangerous squat. Now, regarding the majority of bodybuilding videos, when these guys squat, their hips come down only about, you can see the angle of the quad is about 45 degrees. You see this in a ton of videos. Obviously, this is a generalization, and it's not in every video. But if you watch closely on a lot of the bodybuilder squat videos, they're hanging their squats high, boys and girls. This is something I just saw this morning in a video. Another bodybuilder hanging their squats high. Guys, this is a half squat. If you're not going parallel with your hip crease below the top of your knee, you're hanging your squats high. This is inherently dangerous, guys, and let me explain why. When you first initiate the squat, the front of your quads or the front of your legs, the anterior chain, your quads and so on and so forth, are dominant in the lift. The back of your legs, your hips and your glutes and your hamstrings are not involved when you're in this kind of 45-degree position. Your anterior chain dominated or front chain dominated and posterior chain weak. It's not fully activated, your posterior chain. Because of this, you see some shear stress placed on the, let me just check my notes here. I wrote this down so I wouldn't forget it. The anterior stress causes the patellar tendon to pull down on the tibia, and it'll slide and grind against the femur. This shear stress, guys, that's created by an anterior dominant squat can cause knee pain and cartilage damage. That is the reason why half squats are dangerous, because they are anterior chain dominant and posterior chain weak. The posterior chain isn't fully activated. Full squats change this, boys and girls. When you get down there and your posterior chain is fully activated, it creates an opposing force to this shear stress, and it creates a balance. So you're squatting without a shear force, grinding against the femur, and it creates a balance. It creates a healthier squat, and it is a much safer squat. So, guys, I hope that makes sense to you. I hope I made sense about why a full squat is a better choice than a half squat. Just to recap, a half squat is anterior chain dominant. It doesn't involve the glutes and hamstrings and hips to a great degree, and this causes a shear stress on the patellar tendon. It pulls on the tibia, causing it to slide and grind against the femur, and again, this can lead to knee pain and cartilage damage. So, guys, just be careful watching these bodybuilder squat videos. Again, I'm not hating, but the bodybuilding community, guys, quite frankly, needs to get in gear. This is 2013. There are tons of videos and articles on this topic on the internet, and there's no reason for the bodybuilding community to lag behind on this topic. Yet, despite this, 90% of their videos are filled with poor squats that create a poor example for beginning lifters. So, guys, again, not hating, but just keep an eye on this. And if you need to improve your squat form, just hit the YouTube and search for squat form tips or squat form advice. There's a ton of information out there available. one last point. I grew up in I started lifting, as I mentioned many times before, around 1986. And, they always show these knees forward squats in the magazines, and even today you see them all over the lifting sites on the net. Just, they never really talked about proper form. They just showed you this knees forward, half squatty thing that was just nasty form and bad form. So bodybuilding sites are notorious for not teaching you good squat form. Guys, if you are a muscle builder, detach from some of these bad sources and plug into some of the good sources of information on the internet. You don't need to, don't follow your bodybuilding role models and don't assume they have good form, because quite frankly, guys, a lot of the bodybuilding community just has atrocious form, and it's time for them to step up their game. So guys, if you have any questions or comments on this video, please leave it below. If you have any video suggestions, guys, please leave them below as well. And I would appreciate, guys, if you would subscribe to my channel. Thanks, and have a great day.